Back to detention.
Not even at detention. This is the izakaya.
Oh, yeah.
So, what do you call it? My friend recommended this yogurt for me to try called Noosa. She was like, this is like the best yogurt I ever had. I have to get, but it's like kind of expensive. Like, it feels expensive. I don't buy yogurt enough, so I don't know what the average price is, but like for one, like, you know, what is it? Like for one cup, essentially. The cup is kind of big, but it's still like kind of the size of a cup. It's like $2-3.
Dude, any price you tell me is going to be expensive. I live in China.
Okay, yeah, but like, you can. Never mind. You can't even convert it. I don't know how you would convert it. Let me change this.
I like ate my lunch and then halfway through eating, I went to sleep.
Wow, good job.
Yeah, I just got back up too late to finish my lunch.
You didn't come back for D4, you came back for lunch? Man.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, but the yogurt is pretty good, actually. I can see why they like it. Though the strawberry rhubarb flavor was not as good. They were like the
rhubarb.
Right? But like, I feel like, I don't know. Usually I don't mind like chunks of fruit or whatever in yogurt. Like, that's all fine and good. But for some reason, the chunks in the strawberry rhubarb one were just like not that good. The lemon one didn't have any chunks, and I thought that was the best one.
And the reason I got detention so many times is because I'm in the izakaya in my fucking school uniform.
You don't have to be. You can change.
I'll forget to change back if you do that.
Then I'll just tell you again. You can't complain if you're not gonna change. Okay. Have you heard?
Is this even alright?
What?
No, I'm not logged into Discord on my fucking thing.
Oh. Have you heard about the new horror movies? I went and watched both Obsession and Backrooms like within the same week. And like,
do I look like I like horror?
Damn it, where's Nick? Nick would understand. Wait. Nick is getting ready for war tomorrow. Huh?
I'm not signed in on Discord on any browser, so I guess I'll be in uniform.
Man.
I mean, my only other option is the chugging a bottle of soju shibi anyway.
What?
The shibi where I'm chugging a bottle of soju.
Man.
It's a good shibi.
Yes. We have to create an opportunity for you to use that again.
Not soon.
Not soon. Essentially, I feel like it should be more like dictated by whenever you feel like.
I mean, I can't drink for D4 because, you know, it's a Monday
Oh yeah, it won't be for
afternoon.
it won't be D4. As of right now, it's D2. Do you mind movie spoilers?
I'm not gonna watch them anyway.
Okay. I won't. I feel like I shouldn't talk about Backrooms because I didn't understand Backrooms as much. Obsession, I did watch and really like it. Well, I mean, I liked it, but it also traumatized me to no end. Like, I watched that whole movie with, like, my hand over my mouth. Because that movie is, like, growing dread of, like, there's a hopeless situation and the main character actively making it worse. It's
Also, like my life.
No, Miko, you're dude. This main character is actually so. God, it's such a good thing that he died at the end. Oh my god, if he didn't die in the end, then I would have left the theater. Even though I guess you were supposed to leave at that time, but like walked out angry. He's essentially he's kind of like a nice guy in quotes, you know, the nice guy in quotes, that trope.
Oh, I'm glad it's dead.
Yeah, he's like kind of socially awkward, and then he has a crush on this girl. His whole friend group works like his whole friend group works at a music store? I don't know. They're all co-workers, and then they go out to drink and have trivia night or whatever. And he has a crush on this girl who works there, and she does not like him at all. Like, not at all. She's like very like, we're just friends, you know? But, you know, he never says anything to her, but like, it's obvious that he likes her. It's like, not hard to read him, you know, but he never admits it. Anyway, so she like one night she like asks him, like, do you like me? Because if you like me, you have to tell me right now. Because she's planning on quitting the job, right? So essentially like losing contact with him. And she's like, you have to tell me right now if you like me. And he's like, he doesn't, I forgot if he outright says no or like just doesn't reply. I think he says no, actually. I don't know. No. And then she's like, okay, good, you know, because she doesn't like him. He's frustrated that she doesn't like him and makes like a wish that she would like him. So like the movie's horror aspect comes from the fact that he made this wish that this girl will like him, and some mysterious entity has taken over her mind, her body, and is now obsessed with him as a result. Like, he makes a wish that was like, I just wish that Nikki, that's the girl name, is like, Nikki would love me more than anyone else in the world or something, you know, something you'd say like ventingly. And then it comes true, and then it's about sort of the horror that happens afterwards, because Nikki is obviously different, and her obsession is also extremely not good or healthy, and like also very unnerving. The way the actress plays her is like really, really good in the way that it makes you very unsettled by how abnormal she's acting. And like, it's like, yeah, it's like some strange entity trying to be human and act like Nikki, but it's obviously not her. And like the issue with the nice guy that happens is that when she starts becoming weird, like no normal person will see all that and be like, yeah, she's fine. You know what I mean? Like, once she starts acting weird, he doesn't really do anything to stop it because deep down, he secretly enjoys the fact that Nikki is now into him, this even though it's in a very horrifying way. And he's like, oh my god. And like, it takes until like other people's lives are endangered and like people getting hurt for him to actually come clean about making a wish or even trying to stop it. And even then, he still doesn't fully commit to doing that. Like, he's so, like, he's the one who's so obsessed with Nikki that he does not really care about her as a person, more so her as I guess her outward appearance or like her, like, I don't even know. Oh god, there's so many scenes in that movie that just like haunt me. Specifically, there's one where like he's like, okay, I gotta leave for work, and Nikki's like, all right, you don't have to go, you can just stay here. He's like, no, I should go. And then he's like, and she's like, okay, you know, the camera turns around and the entire door is covered in duct tape. And then like he's trying to, you know, he like he just pretends everything's normal. He doesn't say anything. It's just like just through a lot of effort rips the door open and leaves and closes it, and the door stays like covered in duct tape after that point on too. Like, just none of them bother to clean it up. And like once he leaves, right, Nikki waves goodbye at the door, and then she just stands there smiling, all still, and does not move. And like, she basically doesn't move until he gets back. So like, when he gets back, she's like thrown up and shat on herself because she just hasn't done anything. She's just been standing there, but like her bodily functions still work. And so he comes back and she's just covered in shit and piss. It's so gross. Oh god. She also makes him eat his dead cat, which I still don't really understand that part of the movie. I don't know. I don't know what to think about the cat. Because, like, the cat dies at the very beginning. His cat dies at the very beginning of the movie because his cat gets into his medicine cabinet and eats the pills that he has, like the sleeping pills, and then dies as a result. So, like, his cat's death, if you want to clock it like that, is that you could say that it is his fault for not being responsible enough and locking his cabinet so that his cat wouldn't get in there, right? So, but at the same, but then I'm like, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. And then what's the point? Because like, Nikki keeps bringing his dead cat. He threw his cat away in the trash, which is like the corpse of his cat, which is like, what the, like, fucked up. You're supposed to bury a pet, right? Not throw them out with the rest of the garbage. That doesn't seem right. Anyway, he threw his cat out in the trash, and Nikki, when she comes over, keeps digging his cat out of the trash and like presenting it to him like a memorial style or shrine style, and then ultimately she makes him eat it too. And it's like, and I don't understand why she does that. Like, I don't understand what that point was. Did they not have enough money to bury the cat? They live in, this is like a suburban area, so he has like a backyard, you know? Like, I'd assume he would bury the cat in his backyard. Don't a lot of people do that? I don't know. Whenever I lost fish, I would put them in the backyard. I feel like pets often get buried on the properties. I've never heard of anyone just throwing their pet away in the garbage if they die. That seems so messed up, so abnormal, so weird. Ugh, man. Anyway, some people normally flush their fish. Yeah, but I feel like that's a bit different, isn't it? I feel like it's because fish are like small enough that flushing them is like...
It depends. The flushing fish, honestly, is like, I think it came from a cartoon and people just started doing it.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, I don't think it was like it was as normal as it was like supposed to be. But flushing your fish is something you're not supposed to do because sometimes the fish is not actually dead. The goldfish goes and infests the waters that it eventually ends up in, and it becomes really big carp.
It becomes what?
A really big carp.
Oh, you mean the goldfish still alive lives in the sewage system?
Not the sewage system. Sometimes the water gets like dumped out, and like the fish itself gets filtered out somewhere else, right? And it goes on to infest the waters over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like quite literally an infestation of goldfish. And they do actually grow up to be like as big as your hand or maybe bigger.
Yeah, they're supposed to grow to that size. It's like a myth that you can keep a goldfish in a fishbowl, like they're supposed to have a lot of space. Actually.
Yeah,
and they're not supposed to have like plants or stuff either. Like the tank's supposed to be mostly empty, I think.
Yeah.
The snack that smiles back, goldfish. Yeah. If I can't even flush like a menstrual pad, there's no way I can flush a fish.
Yeah, that shit don't break down.
No.
That's just bad for your pipes, man.
The fish, yeah. The reason why I wanted to talk about Obsession and Backrooms is because they're two movies that came out super recently, but they're also two movies that are directed by like Gen Z directors. I think the Obsession's director is like 26, and then Backrooms was directed by a 20-year-old. So like very young people making these movies, and it's been like a very...
You're successful at my age. Disgusting.
I know. But it's like, it's an interesting trend right now how the two very popular horror movies are both made by young people. And why aren't you a director? Hey, can you shush?
Ew. People my age are successful? Disgusting.
It's mostly like I just heard about this person talking about this. This is just from the Backrooms. They did not talk about Obsession that much, by the way, which was like kind of messed up because they put it in the title. They're like Backrooms, Obsession, and like Gen Z movies or whatever, and like, but like they just talked about Backrooms, and it's like don't put it in your title then if you're not gonna talk about it. Okay. Anyway, but they had like some clips from interviews and other people talking about the Backrooms and how successful it's been, and like, you know, more named famous older people, like older Hollywood celebrities and directors talking about it. Like there is this clip from some director.
It's because inherently the Backroom is a little bit more artsy. It is like inherently more artsy because it is the Backrooms.
Yes. Yeah. But what I was trying to say is that there was this clip of a director who was, I forgot the name of, But he's like, I'm working on some Star Wars stuff right now, so my brain's very Star Wars. So I've been thinking, like, Backrooms Star Wars crossover. And I was like, what the fuck?
No.
In
Such
what
an old person
world
thing.
would that even make sense? No, in no universe would that make sense.
That's such an old person thing.
Yeah. It's like it's really funny how like all these guys are reaching out to the Backrooms director and it's like, hey, don't you want to expand? Don't you want to do this business deal? And the Backrooms director is just like, no.
I'm fine, actually.
Yeah, actually that's okay. It'd be like Jedi Mind Palace. They can force it in, like, I don't doubt that, but it would be so out of left field. The, oh, what do you call it? Oh my god, I forgot. But yeah, back from Star Wars,
but-
absolutely. Yeah?
Did you know what made the Batrooms so fucking insane, though? And, like, in terms of technicality?
Hmm?
Is they actually built the Backrooms. They didn't, like, it's mostly built.
Oh,
The set
yeah.
is real.
I felt like during the movie while I was watching, I had constantly had the thought where it's like, God, if they had like a set tour or something, that would be so wild. Because like having built that out, like the Backrooms, the thing that people have only made like 3D maps or like, you know, other still images of. And then seeing that in like a physical form, like a physical location, would be so trippy.
They used like 30,000, I don't know if it was meters or something, but like it was a lot of space.
Yeah, I believe it. They had quite a lot of different. I feel like they hit all the pretty substantial like liminal marks. They had the classic like office yellow wallpaper, and then they also had a section that was like full of miscellaneous laundry and other garbage, and they had like a section that had like a pool and tiling, which was very neat. And then they had like like a suburban house like second floor railing thing also from like I think like the original Background short had that. Like they added like the set design was honestly so cool. And the glitches that they had with like the props around in the area, so like the banners going into the ceiling, but like nothing was actually hanging the banner anywhere. It's like it clipped into the ceiling, or like tables or chairs or shoes that are like clipping into the floor. Like they made all of that, and it's like a physical prop in the set, and it looks really good.
Yeah, they like had to spend so much exact wallpaper would make the room look like Blender. That's insane.
Kane Parsons, the youngest man in history, he's only 20. Is that the director? Oh yes, it is that guy. Yeah, the youngest person ever. No one is younger than 20 years old right now.
Anyone younger than 20 years old, honestly, does not exist to me.
People were like,
Like, I
man,
don't think
Kane Parsons is so cool. I love to take him out for a drink. Oh, wait.
Oh wait, I forgot. America's weird. 21.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I feel like Backrooms was a cool movie, but it was so sort of artsy
Artsy.
in the way where it kind of got just hard to understand. Like I sort of, not really got what the movie was trying to say. Like it went very liminal space and like, you know, memories and forgetting memories and nostalgia, old schooly things, you know. like it went a lot in that direction and less in like the Backrooms X SCP Foundation video game direction, which is cool. I like that, but I feel like it had like two different storylines that were happening at the same time. We were following this guy who owns this like very rundown furniture warehouse in like a strip mall that nobody goes to in some suburban area that's like mostly abandoned. And like he's trying to get customers, but it's really hard. I don't think he sold a single piece of furniture during this entire movie. And then we follow this guy, and we also kind of follow his therapist and like her and her struggles with her childhood be under like an abusive mother. Her mother was like very paranoid about the outside. Like she had the windows all covered in newspaper and stuff, and like she wouldn't allow her to like look outside or go outside. Like it felt like a very, it honestly, the thing is, again, it was so anyway, it was so artsy in a way where it's like it was hard to understand what exactly was happening. Like Miko got sent to the back room. Miko no clipped out of here. Headlines keep using he's only 20 years old. I think he's the youngest one. That's true. But yeah. I feel like because they were following two plot lines at the same time, the story got kind of confusing, because it's not like you can't do two different perspective or two different pipelines, but I feel like what the Backrooms was trying to do, which was it was talking about like one of the main thematic things it was talking about was like how whenever we try to remember something, we kind of remember it wrong, right? And like every time we try to remember it, we remember it like a little bit more wrong. Like our memory gets distorted over time, essentially, right? And that's like what the Backrooms is, and like what liminal spaces are. These are spaces full of memories, but the memories are just a little bit wrong. Like it's like you kind of remember the overall feeling, but you don't remember the details, and so the details are kind of up to random generation, and the random generation just makes it a little bit wrong. And so I feel like watching this movie kind of made me like the concept of liminal spaces as like this, because I always thought it was kind of like uncanny valley stuff and stuff that was supposed to make you feel a little bit unsettled, but while it is that, at the same time it's also stuff that tries to make you feel kind of like comforted in a way. Like it's nostalgia for something that you don't really remember ever experiencing. Right? I feel like people have used that terminology before. Like yeah, familiar yet it's off. Yeah. And like they really got into that by having the Backrooms monsters be people who are misremembered, like people who are just not quite remembered correctly. So these people are all people, like, you know, humans, but they're like very deformed. Like they have extra eyes, or their face is all like wrong, or like they're too tall or too short, you know. Like it's, which is good. That's like classic horror stuff, and that's like, and the classic horror stuff with the additional context and of it being people who are remembered incorrectly. Like that's cool. That's cool stuff. But I feel like it just wasn't used in the best. Like it wasn't, like there could have been more done with. You know what I mean? Like they had 3 monster people, backrooms people that weren't like they were supposed to be people who were remembered incorrectly, or like a memory that was remembered incorrectly, and so that's why their face is all fucked up. But these aren't people that we have seen before. They're just like random NPCs that like show up in the back rooms, but they don't like we've never seen them normal, you know? But there is a memory person monster creature of the furniture guy, you know? And he's this big, tall, monstrous thing, and like he attacks the therapist and everything. Like it's freaky. Right? But then I was thinking, like, why make the other monster people like random NPC guys and not like characters we've seen before or characters we know? Like, wouldn't that make more sense? I'm not sure what the thought process was there. And at the very end of the movie too, we see like a distorted memory version, like a distorted monster person memory person of the therapist too, to show that she also was like misremembered by the backrooms. I don't really know what else but like I don't really like, that's what I mean when I'm like, I don't really think I got the whole point of the movie, because it feels like they just gave like a big setup for something and then like didn't really do anything with that resulted in like a final conclusion. Or like if there was a final conclusion, it's too vague for me to know from after watching the movie. Monster would be some guy whose name I can't remember who said it like 500 times. That's the thing. I'm like, so I don't really. Okay, I don't know the whole internet lore of the Backrooms, because the Backrooms internet lore is kind of community generated. Because the Backrooms comes from one photo of an office building and some guy on YouTube making that short all those years ago. And then it spawned a video game, and it spawned other stuff, and a whole other culture movement or whatever. But there's no like, you know, Backrooms official lore book. Like, this isn't one guy writing this, right? So I feel like it's not coherent if I were to just open the Backrooms wiki or whatever, because I know like SCP is like anyone can create an SCP and it just gets added to like the whole collection, right? Isn't it something like that? And from my understanding, I feel like Backrooms is the same thing, right? Like the concept of the Backrooms is just like anyone can add to that lore. I know Kane Parsons has a whole series, I think. Did he have a whole series? I remember when the Backrooms movie got announced, I watched the first short that he made, and I thought it was just one short video, like analog style, found footage style Backrooms video short. I didn't know there. I don't remember seeing any series on his YouTube channel, unless it's published somewhere not on his YouTube channel. But yeah, there's like, so to try to understand what the movie was talking about, there's this segment where, so the furniture warehouse guy, you know, he's the one who first finds the Backrooms like organically. There's a whole like team of scientists looking into the Backrooms too, but they don't really get touched on for like any part of the movie, so I really don't know what to think about that. That's like a whole nother thing. And I'm like, I feel like if they weren't here, then the movie would have been exactly the same. Looks like a pretty long play as the Backrooms. Okay, maybe I'm remembering wrong then. I don't remember it being on his like like his uploaded videos page. I never checked his playlist. And it was like maybe it's published on a different channel, but it was in a playlist that he created. I don't know. But yeah, there was like this this monologue segment with the furniture guy because he gets stuck in the back rooms. Actually, no, he willingly stays in the back rooms. He starts to grow familiar with it. Like it's like he starts to get comfortable in the back rooms because he says like as mentioned before, these liminal spaces, right? He's like this place is like comforting to him, you know? And like he's like, these things are like a little bit wrong, but they don't have to change. I don't have to change. Like during his conversations with his therapist, like, or at least at the very beginning, he has this whole backstory of how his wife had broken up with him because he's constantly working and he's like, well, someone has to work and pay for your stuff. You should be more grateful for me, right? And like his therapist is trying to work it out with him and stuff. And by the way, his therapist is not that good. Like, he's just not a good therapist. Why would the therapist be like, and now let's roleplay the scenario where your wife left you on that night? Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck does that? I don't think that's therapy. Okay. So, but he's like, the therapist, are you constantly trying to make me change? I don't need to change. I'm like this place with all its little with all its wrongness is all right the way it is, or something. And I'm like, and I don't therapist can't. Hang on. That's not therapist QQ, give me a sec. No, like, I don't know what to think about. I'm not sure what they're trying to say. Don't you understand, QQ? D3, but 3 of the Ds are QQ. Okay. QQ, but it's a little bit wrong. There we go. Okay. Ugh, yeah. You did with the stern face? Oh, the Yaranaika one? Do I have that? Get a clipboard for yourself, dude. Girl. I don't think I have the Yaranaika QQ. Theoretically I should have it, but I don't know where it is. Where did I put it? Because I think it was part of a shitpost, but I don't know where I put my shitposts. Help. I don't know where I put my shitty posts. Glad the movie did well though. I have not seen it. Yeah, like I'm glad it's doing well. Um, because I'm always down to support a smaller or upcoming director, but it was artsy, it was cool, but I don't know what it was talking about. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna like I want to try and like understand it more, so I want to find someone on YouTube to talk about it at my face. But but also I have not done that yet. At the same time, I don't think I want like my YouTube recommended to be full of backrooms content, so I have not looked that up, and I don't really want to look it up. Have you watched Iron Lung? No, I haven't. But I did watch a playthrough of the game Iron Lung, so I know what it's about. I have not seen the movie though. But I do know the game, at least. I have that context. You know what's so crazy? I saw this thing, like, I think it was just through random Google search. And like I was looking, oh no, it was not random Google search. It was Instagram Reels. And then because I haven't seen Iron Lung, but I have seen Project Hail Mary. And so I've been sometimes getting some like Project Hail Mary fan art and stuff. So on my Instagram Reels, there was this reel of Grace, who's Ryan Gosling from Project Hail Mary, right? Grace, and then this other dark-haired guy being shipped together. And I was like, who is this dark-haired guy? I don't remember him from the movie. I went to look up his name, and yeah, and it was Markiplier. And I was like, what is this fandom in-law crossover? I have not experienced this since like Jelsa, or like when people shipped Aaron and Edward Elric. Why the fuck is this her name hard to say? When people shipped Aaron Yeager and Edward Elric together, like I've not seen a crossover like this in a really long time. Just two guys both sent to die in space. That's true. It's not completely out of nowhere. Taylor, do you get the feel corner of every fandom? I just think it's so funny that it's just two movies that happen to happen at the same time, and people were like, what if? Actually, they're connected. It is funny, like it's funny how like I don't know if this happens to anyone else, but I feel like sometimes whenever I'm like experiencing stories, like different stories at the same time, like if I watch a movie, like if I watch two movies in the same week, you know, or like if I'm playing a game and then watching another movie at the same time, like or like this even happened sometimes like during school and just with like school curriculum, but like the amount of crossover is like weirdly uncanny. Like the similarities between movies, stories, and my school curriculum, like it's weird. It like weirdly aligns sometimes, and to the point where it feels like it wasn't a coincidence, but it couldn't have not been a coincidence. I don't know. And Happy Pride. Superman Lex Luthor's. Happy Pride. But yeah, when I watched Project Hail Mary, the movie that I watched right before Project Hail Mary was Elio. Pixar's Elio, you know, the guy, the little boy with the eye patch who gets sent to space. And I was like, what is this weird like correlation? Because The thing is, like, I knew what Elio was. I had no context going into Project Hail Mary. My dad took us like family movie night and just made us watch it, and I didn't know anything. He was like, it's a popular movie right now, and I'm like, okay, you know. So like didn't have the context that I was watching two space movies until I was watching Project Hail Mary, and I was like, wait a second, I just watched a space movie. What's going on? Movies have themes or something. No, it's not just the themes. Like themes as in like Power of Friendship or whatever else. Like those, yeah, those are reoccurring, but I mean stuff that feels a little bit too specific to be like a like a broader theme. James Gunn debuted Lex Luthor's armor suit in the movie on June 1st. Like, he's looking at my burger. Wow, dude, it's so real. I love it when like fandoms or just fans, I guess, like almost conspiratorially examine trailers and other details in movies and shows just to defend their argument. It's so good. Which reminds me, like, because obviously I got the trailer for Deltarune's Chapter 5, and then immediately after, like a day after, my YouTube recommended was full of everyone that I've seen at least one Deltarune video on, making a video. It was like Chapter 5 trailer analysis, and it's like an hour long. And I'm like, brother, how did you squeeze an hour worth of analysis out of like less than a minute? That's insane. Absolutely insane. Subtext has been there since the 50s. There are super like scholars older than my parents. That's so funny. Such an old it's like, what do you call it? Good night, Say. I haven't heard of Superman and Lex Luthor, mostly because I'm not within superhero movie spaces. But I know it's like always crazy when I look at like things like AO3 top ship tags or whatever, and I see ships from like 20 years ago still on there. It's like, that's crazy. People are still writing. The show's ended. The franchise is over and they're still writing. That's like, it's admirable. It's really good. Wait, no, it didn't work! Fuck! Why didn't it work? Oh. F9. There we go. Arch nemesis is just an inherently romantic idea. Yeah, it's like, how can I not ship two characters that are thematically parallels to each other? Like, how can I not do that? It's literally set up to be like that. It's why I'll never understand, like stuff like where shonen shows will have the main character and their rival, and then the show is entirely about the main character and their rival, and then for some reason they get together with some girl at the end. It's like you can make arguments as like, well, she was like a support, she was on the side and there for him and whatnot. And it's like, yeah, sure, you can like ship that, and that'd be fine, but it's like the story, the themes, like thematically, wouldn't it make sense the other way around? Batman believes romantic interest is every writer, but you know what's always there? The joke, baby. It's true. The Joker can't exist without Batman. just raises a finger. Just think about it. So it's like just think about it. What does that imply? Man, I feel like I've been corrupted by Josei Muke content where it's like I do jokingly, half jokingly say things like, "Oh, I don't want to experience a story if there isn't any homoromantic tension between male characters." But it's kind of true though sometimes. Sometimes I'm just like I'm just always down for power, friendship, happy ending, feel good stuff. Like it's just why I'm like I can't. I'm like a bad horror viewer because I feel like inherently the good horror movies are always somewhat artistic. It's like the horror movies that have more to say than just trying to scare the audience, you know? But like a lot of times this results in like more morally gray or cynical endings, or endings that are just kind of like, well, that sucks. It's like, I get it, but it sucks, you know? And I'm just sad afterwards. I gotta understand, that's how you wanted me to feel at movie director, but I'm sad. It's like, I get that was your commentary, but man. This is how I know that I've brain rotted. That's exactly how I felt after Obsession ended. It's like, my friend was like, watching Obsession is like watching a train wreck in slow motion. And then after the movie ends, as in the train is now wrecked and dead on the ground, and you're like, yeah, I knew that was all gonna happen. And like, I knew it would end up like this. But God, was it horrible watching it play out. That shit makes me feel like it'll make me stare at a ceiling by the time it ends. A stare at a ceiling is in like to avoid watching the scary parts of the movie, or stare at a ceiling as in like contemplation about the movie afterwards. Like staring into space and thinking about the movie afterwards. Because I can understand both. Contemplating. Yeah. It's kind of it's one of those movies where like the movie ends and like your jaw is still open. Man. Also, it is funny. This is what I mean by like whenever I watch things like, or like experience two different stories at the same time, there's always some kind of comparison that happens, and then I always find some kind of coincidence between them. Like with Obsession and The Backrooms, because I watched them so close together, you know? While there isn't anything really connecting them at all, it's like, other than Gen Z directors, I guess, it's like there was this they both had a scene where one of the guys scalps a girl's hair and then puts it on another girl. Actually, wait, no, that's wrong. A guy didn't scalp that girl. That girl scalped the girl. But like, they both had a scene where a girl gets scalped and then her hair gets put on top of another girl. Like, why did that happen twice? What? It's like that's a weird coincidence, right? Like, it's not like a theme, and it's not about the overall story or the premise that's the same. It's just a weird, similar thing that happened. like, why did both movies do that? I'm always haunted by scary stuff where the real monster was a man. No, yes, exactly. Man. The woman working a night shift, or the... What's that game called? I didn't play it, but I know that Chilla's art game. But yeah. That night shift one, I mean, all the monsters are men. And they've always been men. It was men in the beginning, and it was men at the end. But Obsession, I feel like you can surface level read it as, wow, this girl's absolutely insane. Look at how she absolutely ruined everything, you know? But, like, that's like what the movie is commentating on, how, like, it's really not her. It's the guy. It's so the guy. There's a interview with the person who plays Bear, so Bear, the main character of the movie, right? With the actor that plays Bear, and the actor is like, yeah, I feel like Bear is like a morally gray character. Like, he could be good, he could be bad, you know, his actions are very gray. And it's like, no, he's bad, he's very bad. Sure, he might have been just some harmless nice guy at the very beginning, but then he turns into a very harmful nice guy. That was all him. That guy's fucked up. Bear is scary. It really, like, what Obsession made me realize is, God, what a nightmare it would have been to be Nikki in that situation. And the fact that it isn't that far, actually, no, it's still exaggerated because movie, but like, you know, it's like the situation that Nikki was put in is like, you know, a thing that women experience. Obviously not to that degree, or not, and no, you know, magical wishbone, but having a guy so obsessed with you and making you submit to him. Jeez. So fucked up. They're so messed up. Some of the stuff he says too, it's like, I truly, I honestly, I'm slow. Like, from the main person. Oh, well, so this guy sucks. Yeah, right? Truly the worst guy. Like, so he makes this wish that she would love him more than anything else in the world, right? She starts acting crazy after that wish, but he doesn't do anything to stop that. And like, it takes a really long time. It takes several steps, like, too late for him to start being like, maybe this is not good. You know what I mean? Like, it's like too late. Like, brother should have been looking for solutions on day one, but it took really long. And then, like, when he started looking for solutions to, like, try and reverse what happened, right? So, like, there was, like, a phone number on the back of the box that was like, call for, like, customer support or whatever. He calls the phone number, and the guy is like, hey, you know, he's basically, and so Nikki has been going crazy. She's harmed herself. She's harmed his psyche, you know, and she's lied about multiple things. It's just not been good. He calls support, and instead of being like, hey, how do I undo this wish? How do I reverse all of this? He asks, how do I modify this wish? And I was like, modify? Are you kidding me? Modify? What? Stop it! Undo it! What do you mean modify it? Absolutely insane, this guy. He's like, yeah, it's bad, but like, I kind of like that she likes me. It's so ass. That's so fucked up. And then later, so the person on the line tells Bear that the only way to stop, to like cancel a wish, right, is if the person who made the wish dies. So if Bear dies, then his wish that Nikki would love him would be canceled and go away, and Nikki would go back to normal. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, okay. So this movie is setting up, like, I'm like, I see the ending now. Bear will redeem himself by killing himself. Bear will die, and then redeem himself for all the horrible shit that he's put Nikki through. Of course, it's not perfect. He's not completely pardoned for his crimes. If anything, committing suicide is more like running away at that point. But it's like, at the point I was like, Bear, this is the least you could do. I'm like, Bear, the least you could do is kill yourself. And, okay. How unbearable. Why can't there be a 4-day free trial wish? If you don't like the wish, you can cancel after a week. But yeah, anyway, so like now I was like, oh, I have the context. After you make a wish, in order to cancel it, you have to die. And I'm like, okay, cool. And so Bear, being the selfish guy that he is, obviously does not look into methods of killing himself peacefully, and instead just continues on as if nothing happened with the forever mantra of, we'll make this work, it's okay, we'll make this work. It's so fucked up. It takes until Nikki kills both of their other friends, and specifically Sarah, who's this other girl who has a crush on Bear, by the way. Specifically Sarah, in a very gruesome way that I still have nightmares about, and I'm so glad that I was covering my eyes during that section, because I saw, like... God, okay. Like, I saw, like, basically Nikki smashed Sarah's head into the driving steering wheel. Like, the steering wheel of her car. And she did it so forcefully and so many times that her face was just mush afterwards. Like, it was one, dark, and two, I had my hands over my eyes, so like I could not really see. But I also don't want to see. Like, I don't ever want to know what it actually looked like. like actually horrifying. And then afterwards stripped her naked, stole her clothes, cut off her tattoos to put on her own body, also scalped her hair to put on over her own hair, like to like become her, like after like messed up shit. Anyway, like traumatizing stuff. But it's like only after all of this happened, after all of this crap happened, does Bear even consider killing himself. And like, okay, at that point I was thinking like, okay, yeah, Bear is gonna die and then the wish will be over and it'll be okay. But while Bear was in the bathroom, like, he had like a gun and he tried to shoot himself and he was like, I can't do it. And then, he tries, instead of shooting himself, he tries to overdose on his sleeping pills instead. And then he eats a bunch of pills, and then the movie does like a slow zoom in, and I'm like, this is it. Bear's gonna die. Bear's gonna die and the movie's gonna end. Oh my god, it's finally over. And then at the very last minute, he decides to, he like chickens out, and then he starts trying to make himself throw up after eating all the pills. And I was like, is this guy fucking for real? Like, I'm like, what? You still want to exist after all this? And then what happens is that Nikki, who is, obsessed, so not real Nikki, fake Nikki, makes another wish on a wishbone that Bear would be as obsessed as she is to her, right? So, like, by making that wish, it immediately changes Bear's mind. He gets taken over by whatever took Nikki over. Same thing, right? And he stops trying to make himself throw up and leaves the bathroom to be with Nikki. He then dies in her arms because he never actually threw up the pills. And it's only then, after Bear dies, does Nikki wake back up in like an absolute nightmare situation. Absolutely crazy. And then that's how the movie ends. And I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, it's like, not once did Bear ever redeem himself. It's actually kind of crazy how he doesn't do a single good action in this whole movie. It's like he couldn't even go through with committing suicide, like sacrificing his life to save the woman that he supposedly loves, right? Crazy. Carrie Baker also had a short film on YouTube called Milk and Cereal, and that's also really fucked. I can imagine, just from the title alone, there are a million things I can think of that would be absolutely disgusting. Anyway, oh god, it's good that I got that rant out. It's about a prank channel. It does not go well. Oh god. Yuck. Does anyone still do YouTube pranks? Like, what is with... There's like a really prominent older generation outlook on YouTubers that all YouTubers are pranksters. And yeah, it's gotta come from, like, when prank channels were super popular. But at this point, it's like... I'm scared. They're TikTok pranks now. Oh wait, no, they're still prank channels. Mr. Beast has a YouTube channel. Isn't Mr. Beast just the prank YouTuber from all those days ago? All those days? All those years ago? Days. If anyone gets miscalled a YouTube prankster, it should be Mr. Beast, because they wouldn't be that wrong. 24 days of his life. Sketch he was in was also very funny. I'm sure. Honestly, that reminds me, it's like, it's kind of interesting how so many sketch comedy or like comedic writers at the same time write horror stuff. Isn't that interesting? It's like comedy. I remember hearing some time ago that comedy is basically pointing out the absurdity of a situation and making light of it. That is what makes something funny, is when something's absurd. Something is weird, that's funny. I guess weird is not the best word for it, but you know what I mean. It's like something unexpected, something that is absurd. And at the same time, horror is also about the absurd, though it's not making fun of it. It is like sort of the unnerving aspect of something absurd happening. People joke about 9/11 all the time. That's what I'm saying. It's like people say dark humor, but like, isn't all humor born from something dark? Like, lighthearted comedy, I don't even know. Even the chicken crossing the road to see the other side is about the chicken dying, and seeing the other side as in they die and go to heaven. Like, that's a dark joke, but it's a classic joke. If someone isn't getting hurt, it isn't funny. Violence is both funny and horrifying depending on the camera angle. Yeah, right? Isn't it like I feel like that's like interesting. That's like it's like a fun little like ooh, it's interesting how our brains work like that, how horror and comedy are so tied together. Because I feel like isn't like the cure to being scared, like like the way to become less afraid of something is to poke fun of it, or is to make light of the situation by making it a joke, right? Like, I feel like that's like textbook how to textbook coping mechanism. You know what I mean? So like in a sense, comedy and horror are so tied together, but comedy also feels like the cure to horror. The cure. Like directly against horror, even though it's made up of the same stuff. If Will E. Coyote bled in those Roadrunner cartoons, you'd be like, oh Jesus. If Tom and Jerry cartoons actually had consequences for how their slapstick comedy hurt them, you'd be like, Jesus Christ. You know? Tom getting his tail stuck in a waffle maker is comedy because it's an animated slapstick cartoon. There's no blood or any repercussions. But if you were to actually get your hand stuck in a waffle maker, that'd be fucking horrifying. This dismantles the clinical societal norm from within. This is what happens when it's a D1. There was an Animal Man comic about the same thing. I should stop talking about comics. It's okay. Unfortunately, I just don't have the context that you have. I can't be like, oh yeah, that thing. So, sorry. South Park used to have a gag of killing Kenny every episode before they eventually got tired of it. Yeah. People die when they're killed. People dying. That's funny. Shit. I had another thought and then I totally lost it. How many times has this happened to me? Oh my god. Maybe I'm the wielder of the Qingming sword. Honestly, wait, no, during that whole ZZZ thing where it was like the person who wields the Qingming sword will slowly lose their memories, right? And I'm like, okay, but like, what if your memory was just bad to begin with? It's like, what if it's not even the Qingming sword? It's not even the effect of the Qingming sword. I just have a shit memory. What if my memory is just bad? Remember what 2 + 2 is. Fuck. Wait, is it, fuck, no. Is it fish? No. It's supposed to be a number. Why can't I remember? I should have written it down. Yeah, Shunguan forgets how to do math, and Bella's like, this isn't the effect. It's like the Qingming sword is having effects on you, isn't it? And Yeshungon's like, no, I just never went to school. They didn't teach us at the temple. It's more like Alzheimer's. Yeah. Yeah, I know. But like, I feel like short-term memory loss? Actually, no, it's more like Alzheimer's, not it's like short-term memory loss. I don't know what I was trying to say. I know 21 ways to kill a man, but they never they never taught what number comes after 21. Then they would say, I know 21 and 1 ways. 21 plus 1. 21 to the 3rd power ways to kill a man. Wait. I don't know math. It's 21 times 3. 21 to the 3rd power would be 21 times 21 times 21. That's a lot of ways. So I guess theoretically you could get there, but for the sake of counting, it would be... Oh wait, no, but I guess if you can only count to 21, then eventually you'd hit 21 times 21, and then you get into squares and powers and stuff. What? Leave me alone. You're basically actually, you know what? This is how the binary system works. It's how base 10 or base or hexadecimal works, which is base 16. I remember that, right? You could theoretically create a base 21 where crap. Yeah, we're like where everything's 21 to whatever power, like 21 to 0 is 1. 21 to 1 is binary system. Happy Pride! No! Wrong! Binary... No! Pride's about the not binary. Happy straight pride, more like. I forget. Oh my god, it's been so long, I don't remember how things work no more. And I hate when I look it up and I'm like, I would like to remember, and then I don't see exactly what I'm trying to remember, and I get frustrated. Oh, yes, okay, I remember now. You multiply it by the value within that space. This occurs, yeah. So you can create a base 21. You can create a base anything, really. So like you could theoretically exist and count and do everything fine with only learning 21 numbers. Why this number's so big? Wrong thing. Hate remembering that I'm forgetting something. So real. I'm like, I went to college for this. It's like I went to college for this. I had to study for exams and pass tests for this, and I don't remember. Damn, just goes to show how much of what I learned in university I'm using now currently as a job. It's like CS is like it's like you can get into nitty gritty of like the actual like the actual computer. Like the machine, but in practice, you don't really need to know how a computer works or how a computer is built or how operating system works unless you are specifically working in that field. Like if you're just some guy who codes, you don't need to know all of that, even though they teach it to you in college. It's like, these are all things, it's like, I guess, yeah, I know about it, but it's like, I don't need this in my day-to-day. Forgetting everything, letting it become muscle memory. College is forgetting everything, and then relearning everything during your job. Forgetting why the stuff that you learned in your job, or forgetting like the fundamentals of your job and converting that into just muscle memory. Like the number of times where it's just like, yeah, I know this works. Do I know why it works? No. I just know it does. So fundamentals of torture. Tell a mathematician to count, they remember all the numbers instantly. I don't think that's the same. That's like, oh my god, you know how computers are built like brains? It's like, or brains are built like computers. Wait. That's like how computers have like processing cores. Processing cores? It's like you can't, like, human brain can't multitask fast enough to remember everything instantly. Asking the supercomputer what the biggest number is, killing it instantly. No, no, no. You ask the supercomputer to divide by 0 and then it kills it instantly. Like, you divide by 0 and then the computer's like, wait, no, fuck, don't hit the equations, don't hit the equal sign, and then it just explodes. Hehe. Oh my god, a while ago Jet spilled everything over my desk and I still haven't cleaned up the... I still haven't, like, basically taken my keyboard apart to clean it. I should really do that. The hyper god intelligence machine, when I tell it the statement is false, they reduce me to What a tweezer. Why would the hyper intelligent machine do that? The hyper intelligence machine doesn't have an opinion on whether you believe in a factually correct or factually incorrect statement. It shouldn't have an opinion on anything because it's a machine. Machines don't have opinions. She, don't get into that argument again. I will get into that argument again if I need to. Machines don't have opinions. Your robophobia is showing. And I don't care. Pomni is in Fortnite? What the fuck? This is so weird. Trade for that's actually funny. Why is she built like that? Why is she like tall? Huh. Explain that in the trailer, King elongates her limbs forcefully. That's funny. It's funny that they had to elongate her limbs. Like, I'd assume, yeah, like, the Fortnite characters, if you had a character's skin that was, like, so short, that'd definitely be kind of an awkward advantage in a battle royale shooting game, because you could duck and hide under things that are lower than other people. Like, you wouldn't have to crawl, essentially, if she was that short. But it is weird. Oh, that just reminds me. Oh, by the way, the reason why I watched Obsession, I was originally supposed to watch the last episode of the Amazing Digital Circus in theaters. I bought tickets for it, and that's what I was going to watch. And then when I got to the theater, they informed me that actually that showing got canceled. So my friends and I were like, well, you're here, I guess we'll watch something else. We watched Obsession. But I was supposed to watch The Amazing Digital Circus last act, and then I got roped into watching Obsession. Like, the context switching is insane. But yeah, so I still haven't seen it, and now I guess I'm just waiting for it to come out naturally on YouTube. Man. So no one tell me anything. Not that I've seen anything, actually. I'm very good at staying off social media. Gangle is the only one who actually knows what Fortnite is. That makes sense. Gangle never beating the nerd accusations. Yeah, man. This main discussion on the thematic through line between episode 9 and Obsession. Dude. If I had actually seen The Amazing Digital Circus and not Obsession on that night, then it would have been thematic discussions between The Amazing Digital Circus episode 9 and The Backrooms. It's so funny because like I watched The Backrooms and I watched Obsession with like the same group of people, and one of my friends said, "What if?" So in Obsession, right, when he calls the helpline for like the wishbone item, when he calls them, the guy on the line was like, "Oh, do you want to hear Nikki right now?" And then it cuts to Nikki just screaming into the phone, like the real Nikki. It's like, and so it's like, oh, somehow he's able to tap in and hear the real Nikki somehow, wherever she is. And my friend was like, what if the real Nikki got transported to the back rooms? What if the real Nikki was actually just in the back rooms? And that's why she's screaming. It's like, oh god, double the nightmare. Not only is your reality nightmare, but your mental palace is also nightmare. Wishrooms yaoi. There are not enough good men in the Backrooms or Obsession for me to want any sort of BL. Bear sucks, Ian sucks, the furniture owner also sucks, and there's no other men, so toxic yaoi. Fuck, you're right. Okay, no, but I can't see it working out, not gonna lie, and I'm trying really hard too. I'm trying really hard to see if I can connect any of the male characters on any themes or their personal struggles, but the thing is, they kind of like, okay, like the Obsession's male character, Loki, I forgot his name, sorry. The Obsession's main guy, his issue is just he's like a loner. He doesn't have any friends and like or anyone to talk to about his issues. He's like sort of deluded on what happened between him and his wife during that argument. So he's like he's stuck in a very isolating position and job, whereas Bear, his issues, and Ian too, I guess by proxy, are all relational. They're all social. He like his problem is that he likes a girl if she doesn't like him back, and the other social dynamics in this friend group. So it's like I literally cannot see a situation where the two of them would connect on anything, because Bear is like, well, obviously he's already has like the crush on Nikki, but it's like if he had, like, let's say for example he had a crush on someone else, the reasoning isn't the same, I feel like. Because like the reason why he has a crush on Nikki is because he kind of glorifies her in this almost like deity, like he just glorifies her in this way. It was like, she's such a nice person, she's so pretty and she's so nice. He doesn't actually care about her. That's what the movie makes really clear. He just like sees her as like a goal or like an entity to strive for. I don't know, but like, you know, but because of that, his love interest, if he was to like to be in line with his story's themes and such, his love interest would have to be someone that can be deified or can be seen in that light, or else he wouldn't even, like, I feel like he wouldn't even care, you know? Because that's just the kind of person that Bear is. So, like, the furniture guy is not anywhere close to that. And then Ian is just, like, your run-of-the-mill frat bro. Like, I can't see him fitting anywhere either. So, like, honestly, this toxic yaoi isn't even gonna work out. Bet you the idea that solves all his emotional issues. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so toxic yaoi doesn't work out. Like, even though all these guys are bad and are bad in their relationships, they can't, like, they're so bad in their relationships that they wouldn't be attracted to each other. If that's crazy. I can't even make BL out of this. Oh my god. Man. If there's any BL within the backrooms, it's BL between the furniture guy and then his monster backroom self. And in some toxic self-cessed BL. That's all I can see. Speaking of toxic yaoi, Interview with the Vampire Season 3 currently airing. It's so good. Interview with the Vampire. Putting on the thinking hat, and we're putting on the BO cap. Oh, I looked it up. Immediately saw a screenshot of two dudes staring at each other. I'm like, oh yeah, this is where we're at. This is where I go. This is right up my alley. This is in my neighborhood. I see. I've never heard of this though. It's crazy. When did this come out? 2022? That's also, I mean, I stopped watching mainstream anything in high school, so not that I ever watched mainstream anything, let's be real. Sam Reed is so pretty in the newest episodes, you gotta watch it. Oh, dude. I get it. I totally see it. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. I see it. God, men with long hair is so fucking good. Oh my god, dude. This is every time I see men with long hair, I'm reminded of all the times that I was robbed of a man with long hair. Horimiya. That one BL with the long... There was that one BL I can't remember the name of. The other BL that I can't remember the name of. Okay, look. There's more in hindsight, but I cannot put them all together because I don't remember things well. I've got the Chimin sword curse. Like... Yeah. Ito's making more sense. He'll leave me alone. Men with long hair is so good, but so many times I cannot tell you the number of times a man with long hair ends up cutting his hair and then as like a quote unquote make like transformation to become hotter but he doesn't get hotter. He just gets worse. You would pull for Takoyaki for real, but the vampire Lestat de Lioncourt? Louis du Point du Lac. It is funny you mentioned vampires. I remember when I had like almost a vampire phase, but it wasn't even like oh, I'm into vampires. It was like I'm trying to read like read stories that are like gay adjacent, and it just happens that everything is vampires. It's like I'm just trying to read something that's a little bit gay, like not BL, but like just like a story that's gay, and it just happens to have vampires. Please don't mention Twilight. No, I have never seen Twilight, and I don't plan to see Twilight. I think specifically I was talking about wanting to read Seraph of the End again, which I didn't end up doing. And then I read all of Servamp at that one time. And it was just vampires. You were reading gay adjacent vampires and you somehow didn't find the original interview with the vampires because they were originally books. Here's the thing. I don't interact with Western media that often. I know the title is misleading, but this is like a once in a weird occurrence where I'm actually up to date on mainstream currently trending titles. I am usually reading manga or literally anything else of the equivalent. Stuff that's just like that isn't ever gonna get a theatrical release, let's be real. But it's also always Eastern media. I don't know much about, or if anything about, the Western media's perception of vampires. A lot of it is in Eastern media. But Eastern media vampires takes from Western media vampires, so they're probably kind of the same thing, right? Anything with real humans. Yeah, I have not seen real people acting for a long time. I feel like Project Hail Mary was probably one of the first movies I've watched in a really long time that had like real people. And it was like a new movie. It wasn't like a movie that I've seen before. TV show does make the subtext of the books makes it what into just text from the start. Oh yeah. We hate the censorship system. Also, like, honestly, the craziest thing about vampires that happened to me recently was that I was reading Bungo Stray Dogs, and Bungo Stray Dogs has vampires. Why does Bungo Stray Dogs have vampires? I didn't think we were going into this part. Like, I didn't think there was any, like fantasy races. I thought it was just humans with powers. What do you mean there's vampires and Bungo Stray Dogs? I read all of BSD and then was jump scared by vampires, and then I read all of Servamp, which was more vampires. And then Nick was like, why are you reading all this vampire content? And I'm like, it is not me. I followed the gay people, and the gay people led me to vampires. I did not choose the vampires. I had no choice in this situation. As your anime power source, it always works. Sort the Fate Sand franchise. I did not know that Fate had vampires too. Wow, what the fuck? Wait, honestly, with how messy ZZZ is, they should have just made Hugo a vampire. Let's be real. It's like, why is, like, looking back now, it's like, he's so vampire coded. Why is he not a vampire? Originally, I was like, oh, because vampires don't exist in ZZZ's world, but then they have sirens. So I'm like, if you had like a vampire bat siren, that'd be almost the same idea. But he's not. He's just a guy. He's just a guy. Has so many vampires. I think the moon is a vampire in one canon. Fact checking will ruin this podcast. I mean, who's this? Is not a podcast. Where podcast? What? That's the thing. Podcasts are like structured. Podcasts are conversations, but they're like loosely structured conversations. Like there's still a topic, there's still like an overall structure, and there's like an end. This is just crazy ramblings from someone who watched 2 movies and played ZZZ and wants to talk about it a bit, and other things that relate to that. This is just like this. It's not a podcast. This is imagine like a crazy person knocking on your door and it's like, hey, would you like to hear about... Actually, no, that sounds even scarier. Speaking of vampires, which isn't welcome back, shut up. Speaking of vampires, this topic doesn't have to do with vampires. I watched that one Jenny Nicholson video where she talked about the movie Incubus, which was a film made by, I think, a high schooler, actually, starring herself and her crush from high school, which is crazy. But the Incubus, it was very, very heavily inspired by Twilight, like almost to like the exact same plot. But instead of vampires, they're incubuses, and like they didn't even have anything sexual happening because it was a movie, like a teen movie, you know? So it was like the incubuses just took the energy from other people, and it was this light energy that they sucked from other people. So what a trip learning about that. The only real takeaway I had from all of the from that video, which was really long, I watched it all the way through while doing other stuff, because that's how you're supposed to do these things. The only big takeaway that I still remember is that the Incubus had like fire clothing, fire costume design. And by costume design, I think it was just her mom putting together pieces, but like the fashion of the Incubus like is like kind of goth-ish looking. Like it looked really good. Like honestly peak 2000s design. Peak 2000s fashion. What were your achievements in high school? Shut up. Shush. But yeah, it's interesting. Why is there this trend of like, it's like, why is it like female romance fantasies? Why does it involve mythological creatures? I remember I seeing like a post that was like, boys hear me out is, and then under it's like conventionally attractive girl, and then girls hear me out is like the ocean from Moana. Oh my god, it's so funny. It's like, why are women attracted to monsters? Is this commentary and saying men are monsters? After watching Obsession, I believe it. Maybe men are the real monsters. Predator from Predator is hot. No one can be faulted for thinking that. The Predator. Are you talking about this Cthulhu-esque looking creature? Is this what you're talking about? How can you say that when the xenomorph is right there? Muscles, though! Yeah, muscles. Yeah. Wow, muscles, and he's wearing... What the fuck is this? A chastity belt? Damn. It's so spindly to me. Let me look it up again. Oh yes, the xenomorph doesn't really have, like, muscles. It's kind of just a skeleton. But people are into Jack Skellington too. Like, this is all a common occurrence. He's got those fishnets on. You aren't here to hurt. I know you free. The Predator has fishnets? Oh wait, he does! What the fuck? Who the hell designed this? That's funny. Even then, people would be like, it's too human for me. I much prefer if the Predator had like 6 legs and crawled around like a spider instead. That's what I'm into. Oh no, it's because I started talking about Obsession in the backgrounds and I watched two videos! Just two videos about it. Okay? Only 2 videos. And now I'm getting videos recommended to me. Like, more than 2 videos recommended to me, which is too many videos. Stop it, YouTube. So your phone is listening to you. Yeah, that too. Also because I'm saying all of this out loud. Yeah. Female Yacha? Well, canonically appeared yet, and that's because the writers know what hell they will wrong it. What if they made like the female counterpart of the species just like actually unattractive? I don't know how they do that, but like, what if, like female was just like, what if female was actually just the Cthulhu? Actually, no, people are into that. I don't know. People are into anything. But like, I was thinking like it would be funny if there was like a monster species equivalent of how like male birds are like way more decorative and pretty than female birds are. And like to have like a monster equivalent where like the male version of this monster is like so sexy and so attractive and the female version is just not. Like an alternative universe where the men are extremely sexualized and then not the women. That's the universe that I currently live in. Or I force myself to live in because I don't want to look at anything else. You started talking about Yes Shunguan being a Mary Sue, and I saw a tweet today about what a Mary Sue is. Maybe, see, this is the thing. It's like, when I say like sometimes the stuff that's occurring in my life from different aspects of my life sort of overlap and there are coincidences that happen. So maybe it isn't entirely a coincidence and it's actually like perpetuated by our phones constantly listening to us or monitoring what we do and feeding us content that is like somewhat related. Even though, and so it's actually less of a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. Whatever the opposite of coincidence is, it's on purpose. Conspiracy. That an internet theory is real. We aren't real people. We're an algorithm. I've told you, like, I feel like I've talked about this before. Like, when I was in university, I dissociated a bit, and then I was like, what if all my online friends aren't even real, and like, I've just been talking to robots this entire time. I haven't had contact with like IRL people in so long, you know? My only source of socialization has been these people online. What if they're not even real and I've long been forgotten by the universe, trapped within my dorm room, never going to class and doing everything online? Because COVID. What if it's all not real? Were you okay in college? I don't remember anything, so I was fine. Speaking of Hear Me Out, I really want to do another Hear Me Out cake thing with the dumbasses. The only thing is that last time we did Hear Me Out, but we did Hear Me Out for like rare pairs. Because with the context of, you know, the games that we play are all gacha games. Gacha game characters are always designed to be appealing and attractive in some way. And so no gacha character should belong on a Hear Me Out cake because they're literally designed to appeal and supposed to be attractive. So it's not a Hear Me Out, right? And we don't watch mainstream television and we don't watch a lot of horror, so like the only way we could do a Hear Me Out cake where we all like recognize who we're hearing each other out about is like with rare pairs. I've been wanting to do another one, but like the problem we ran into last time was that actually there just aren't that many rare pairs that we're into. So I was, I don't know. I wonder if we can do one with like just the regular version of like Hear Me Out, but like different characters, and it doesn't have to be things that we recognize. But I mean, we're not like, I don't feel like we have any character I don't feel like there's any. Honestly, other than Miko, no one else is really that much of a monster fucker. Hear me out, but Elder Chores, monsters in general, yeah. That's just Miko. I don't think. I know Zay isn't really into monsters like that. Or Nick. Like, if I give them a BL between a man and his dog, like, it's like, oh, you'll read it, and it's fine, you know? It's not like I'll turn my nose up and be like, ew, you know? But I don't actively go seeking it out, you know what I mean? Weirdest Hear Me Out I have is probably the Predator, and also any other man in a mask that's scary and cool. Yeah. Sometimes I say Hear Me Out, and it's like a Disney princess. Not sorry, that's wrong. And it's like just any cartoon character. Actually, roll back. It's just any cartoon character. And it's like, that's not Hear Me Out. That's be serious. They're like, that's a cartoon! And it's like, brother, at this point, cartoons are hotter than us. Shout out to Hunk from Resident Evil, my faceless, heartless corporate lapdog husband. They named him Hunk for a reason, right? Okay, yeah. But like, these are the things where it's like, so I went to an anime convention, and the anime convention had a Hear Me Out panel. It was basically people could go up and like present their Hear Me Outs, and they like add it to like one big Photoshop cake. So, but like the thing is, like, your hunk husband would not be accepted as a Hear Me Out. This is just a man. This is just a guy. Yeah, he's faceless, but he's still guy-shaped. Human unit never killed. Still a guy! Headcanon is the agent that was hastily added in Added Story for co-op. It's Hunk's cousin Hank. Hank? Is that so? Sure. But yeah, I honestly, during that panel too, I was also trying to think of like obscure, because everyone was choosing very obscure monsters, non-human creatures, or like, and designs, because that was what was funny, right? And I kept trying to think of something, but I couldn't think of anything. Like I actually was completely blank. And I was like, dang, I'm not a today I learned I'm not a monster fucker. Or really, like, I just don't play enough games with monsters. Actually, you know what? There's this thing that I've been wanting to watch. I still haven't been able to watch it. I still haven't found the time to watch it. It's did I subscribe? It's called Strange Eden. Yes. Strange Eden. And it's like, it seems like it's like it's specific to YouTube web music video web series, like whatever Milgram is. I feel like Strange Eden is like of the same content format, and like they're welcome to or no, Invitation to Jazz music video. I watched that, and like it seems like it's a story about pretty boys and their connections to other pretty boys who turn into monsters. And I'm like, this is eye emoji. Cough of Alien Isolation cough. If you put muscles on it, I'd also breathe down. Yeah. Alien Isolation, I do say that the xenomorph is sexy shaped, but like, you can understand that I don't really mean it seriously, right? I'm really not that much of a monster fucker. I feel like the sexiest part of the xenomorph is his tail. I feel like its tail is kind of sexy, but the rest of the xenomorph is a no for me. Strange thing. Yeah, this looks yellow. Right? God, I want to watch through it so bad. I just need to watch through all the things. I don't know. I'll sit Zay down and watch through it. I feel like I can force Miko or Zay through those, but I don't know. I just don't want to get into it, and then be all alone on my island. It's a DBD xenomorph. Has Zay watched Link Click yet? No. Dead by Daylight xenomorph. Is it different? It looks the same, doesn't it? One-fourth of my Bioawakening. Okay, Pyramid Head I've actually seen so much, like, lusting for. The Queen version? Xenomorph Queen? Oh. Oh. I see. I see. Okay. I see. Okay, but like... No, this isn't like, oh, I find it sexy. It's like oh, they put a sexual characteristic onto the... They sexualize the xenomorph! They I can't believe woke sexualized the xenomorph. Is this woke? It's not woke. Movie Pyramid Head? Why is he so buff for? Isn't Pyramid Head supposed to be buff though? Wait, I can't find a good comparison. And imagine anyone would be that buff having to lug that sword around. Yeah, and having to carry the pyramid on its head. Can you tell I haven't played anything? Okay, I'm assuming the movie version is the buff version, right? That's like My dude is built like a wall. Like actually a wall. This is how we get she into horror games. Wrong. Very wrong. I'm already look, I'm not into horror games. I just don't like the super realistic looking ones. I don't like the I like 2D art and sprites. And I don't like 3D environments and cameras. That's why. I like it when the camera is still like RPG Maker style or visual novel. I don't like having to move the camera around. Your computer can't run the- Leave me alone! My computer's the same computer when I played the Alien Isolation before, and it ran just fine! I think. And it was fine! Okay, my computer is fine, okay? Stop bullying it! Movie is a muscle model, man. That's so good. I'm actually, honestly, I'm so excited for One Piece season 3, like Netflix One Piece season 3, because, hold on, let me look up, what's his name? Yes, well, shit, how do I say his last name? Joe Manganiello. Him. Joe Mangan. He is playing Crocodile, and the only other role that I know him from is from Magic Mike. And I was like, yo, dude! Okay, Crocodile, he does kind of dress like a Victorian maiden. I don't think I've ever seen him with his shirt off. But, you know, live action is open to changes. An adaptation shouldn't be exactly like the original anyway. So... I was like, dang. Jet demands your attention. I know. The only thing I remember from Magic Mike is the heavy yellow filter on every scene outside the strip club. Really? Oh, yeah. Alien Isolation's from 2014, so it's optimized, it can run on anything. Alien Isolation 2? There's a 2? Oh wow, this is very recent news. Girl, look, I don't keep up with shit. Oh, wait. Huh. Wait, remind me again, is the game based on the movie or is the movie based on the game? No, the game is based on the movie, right? Usually, the stuff from 2014, like, the movie comes first, right? Game based on movie, yeah. Obviously, I don't know the ending of the game, but the context is different from the movie, at least, I think. Like, the monster's the same, but the situation and the person you're playing as... Wait. The context is different. So I'm assuming this Alien Isolation 2 game is based off... would be continuing from the original game and not the movies. Maybe it was like in the 1980s. Look. I'm not that bright. I don't know these things, okay? Didn't the movie look old to you when you watched it? Okay, yeah. But I don't know. What if it like what if it could have been something wacky where it's like actually the movie was based on a book and then the game was also based on a book, but they didn't follow the same pathway of adaptation. I don't know. At this point, you should know that whenever I think anything, I always assume that I'm wrong. I always assume that I am wrong on any idea or theory or understanding or conclusion. I always assume I'm wrong. So I will ask the dumb question of something that I probably should have known. Simply because I don't believe myself to know it. Sequel's based on the outcome of the first game, but you play as a different character. Oh, okay. You're wrong about the faulty writing. You don't see. Okay, that's because there's too much evidence. That's because it's happening right in front of me. Even more from my hyperfixations. In the end, we're all just people yapping about hyperfixations to each other. And isn't that what it's all about? You do a little boogie and you turn it around. That's what it's all about. Oh no, you do a little boogie and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Was that what the lyrics were? Oh my god, I don't know. What? Oh, it's you do the hokey pokey. That's what. No. There are some translations. There are some instances where it's boogie, right? Okay, hokey pokey is what it's supposed to be. Where did you get boogie? No, when I looked it up, there were children's books that were like, do the boogie. I'm not crazy. But yes, it is hokey pokey. I did learn hokey pokey. I was addicted to the hokey pokey, and then I turned myself around. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha ha, good one. Ah ha ha ha, Ha 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 ha, good one. Ha ha, good one. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha, good one. It's not a monster mash, it's called a bookie bash. Oh my god. What was the second half though? The hokey pokey being a metaphor for life or resolving that you can always turn yourself around. Yes. Wait, then what was, why did I put my right hand in, why did I put my right foot in and take my right foot out, and put my right hand in and take my right hand out, or put my left hand in and put my left hand out? Wait, how many instances do I do this? Why did I put myself in and then put myself out? What? She's the first to die in a horror movie. This is true. The more I grow up, the more I realize that I'm incredibly coded to die first in a horror movie. Let me say at the end of the song, that's what it's all about. Oh, it's just oh yes, the hokey pokey. Yes, that's what it's all about. How could I have not remembered? Man. Well, actually, after I watched the Backrooms, so in the Backrooms, the furniture guy, the way he finds the Backrooms is that there's just a section in the wall that he can kind of clip through, and then that's where his entrance to the Backrooms is. And in order to identify that spot, he put tape around it, like blue masking tape, right? And then when I left the theater and then left my friends to walk back home, on the wall across the street from the theater, where there used to be a restaurant but no longer is a restaurant, was blue masking tape taped in a long rectangle, just like from the movie. And I was like, damn, Backrooms was so popular they made it in real life too. And then part of me almost went up to touch it just for fun and be like, oh, what if? And then I realized that's why I would be the first to die in a horror movie. That's what it's all about, pertains to turning yourself around, argue. The dialectics of hokey pokey. This is what my degree is for. I thought the hokey pokey was... Wait. I thought the hokey pokey was turning yourself around. Is turning yourself around not part of the hokey pokey? Or is the hokey pokey referring to left hand in, left hand out, right hand in, right hand out, and all of that? Actually, you know what? I don't have a degree for this, so I'm just gonna stop thinking about it. And that's why I'd be first to die in a horror movie. Oh my god. You need like one of those backpack leashes. No. Backpack leashes are for like people who are gremlin coded. Okay, I don't think I'm gremlin coded. I just think I'm stupid. Being stupid doesn't mean being like a gremlin or being like a child where I have to be supervised. Okay, maybe okay, no. Yes, there is supervision, highly recommended. Supervision is highly recommended, but not necessary, is what I'd say. For someone who's like gremlin coded, it's like supervision is necessary and backpack leash is required. You do need to be No, I don't! I've lived alone for like 5 years now, and I'm still kicking. Look at me. I'm the pinnacle of a stable mind and a healthy body. Going by the lyrics, left hand in and out is separate to the dance of the hokey pokey. Same applies to turning yourself around. Why are they? Wait, but why are they in the same song then? Is there a genius lyrics for hokey pokey genius lyrics? No way it exists, right? Broken leg, half your body's turned to dust. I do not have a broken leg. What are you talking about? Don't have me writing annotations for hokey. Oh no, there isn't a genius lyrics annotation. What is the... A messed up knee. Okay, yes, I do have a messed up knee. I feel like it's been getting better though. Like that's the thing. Is like I realized I injured my nerve ending or whatever, and that's why it's like numb. But like I feel like it's been slowly coming back. I think. Dance moves. Why isn't there like history, meaning? This random person from the UK, the Hokey Cokey, to give it its proper name, is an old British song. Everyone learns it as a child. It's practically an alternative national anthem because, quote, that's what it's all about. I have no idea why the Americans call it the Hokey Pokey, except that Americans seem to have a habit of getting things wrong. Hokey Cokey is supposed to be a corruption of the words from the Roman Catholic Latin Mass, hoc est corpus, and all the silly moves you put your left arm in are apparently a Protestant parody of the rituals used by Catholics in their devotions. So essentially, it's a jokey, slightly insulting song by Protestants about Catholics. They had a long tradition of hating each other in Britain for many centuries. In fact, in my parents' day, my Catholic future mother, my Catholic parenthesis future mother marrying an atheist / former Protestant was considered marrying out and caused family ructions. Okay. Today I learned. Okay. Oh. So it's just a song to make fun of, song by Protestants to make fun of Catholics. But like, so wouldn't that mean that that's what it's all about, is like, inherently there is no meaning to it? Going to get postmortem or something, in instructional section is a commentary on conformity or something like, life is as represented by the Hokey Pokey is vague, but something in those instructions. The resolve is that you can turn yourself around. All of that taken without historical context. Right. I honestly, before knowing the historical context, I was kind of seeing it in the same way that you're talking about. Like putting yourself in and then taking it yourself out is like some kind of commentary. Shoulder if manageable. Where am I? Wait, hold on. Do I have no... Oh! Hello? Do I have... Oh, yes, I can do this. It's purposely fake. Yeah. Well, with like the additional context that it's supposed to be a song making fun of other people's religious practices, right? It probably isn't supposed to mean anything, and it's just supposed to. It's essentially the same as someone is name calling, as like turning someone's name and making it something stupid, like Martha Dunstock into Martha Dump Truck. Heather's moment. That's what it's all about. But that would mean, like, that's what it's all about means that, like, it's nothing, really. That's what it's all about. It is nothing. It is something that is being made fun of. Man. Talking about, sound mind and healthy body, I really, really need to clean up my apartment. I have so much to clean. Damn it. And it's also starting to get really hot here too. From the hokey pokes. You can always invoke death of the author and draw meaning for yourself. That's more helpful. Yes. Invoke death of the... I draw death of the author. I place it in my hand. But yeah, it's so hot. We got a heat advisory warning for this weekend. Even though it's like 80 degrees. People in California are like scoffing. But but it's hot and there's no air conditioning. I don't have air conditioning. I'm dying. I'm dying, Scoop. All I have are fans and the ability to open my window. And like, I guess a cold drink. Anyway, is there anything else that I wanted to talk about? I'm kind of done, and it's 1:37, so you have OnlyFans. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. That's it. I'm gonna go now. Fans comes from the word fanatics, right? Where does, like, fan, like, as in wind, come from? Etymology. It was literally just fan. Fan. Old English fan. F-A-N-N. That sounds made up. I can't trust Gemini. Time to go. Oh, Gemini ripped it from Etymol-Online. Etymol-Line. Can you do the pokey without the pokey? No. Maybe it's from Latin Vanus, which means to blow. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Last curiosity solved. All right. Good night. Thanks for tuning in into D1. D1.2, let's say. Fuck. Miko appeared for a little bit at the beginning, but had to go because of VPN issues, and Miko could have only stayed for 1 hour anyway, so it's like D1.1.2. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for coming to see me yap about whatever. Tomorrow I will stream at the regular time, though the probability that I will be late is around 55%. So there's a 55% chance that I will be late tomorrow. The intended stream time is 8 p.m. PST. But the probability that it is later than 8 p.m. PST is 55%. So I would like for you to remember that and use it in your calculations. Did we hear about the sword lady? Yes. Though I didn't talk that much about her because I already talked enough from last stream. And I'm going to talk more in the subsequent ZZ stream. So it's honestly, today is a break for her. And a break for me. A break for me from her. Man. Wait, hold on. Wait, no, I did the wrong thing! Whoops. There we go. Scott, no!